Hello folks, Anita Rao here on a lovely Sunday afternoon, and I want to speak to you about, you could call it remedies, you could call it uplifting your chart, but these are some thoughts that I had and I want to share them with you. Now, when looking at a chart, we always look at ways to remedy the challenges presented there, right? One thing to pinpoint the problem, but of course we also need a solution. We need a way to transcend that issue. Now, this could mean uplifting a particular planetary placement so it can function with full capacity, or it could mean empowering a benefic planet to be able to receive its grace, its power, so that this planet can overcome the difficulties in the chart. The most important planets are, of course, the Sun and the Moon, exemplifying the soul and the mind. Because whatever we attempt in life, we need sound judgment, confidence, and clarity, which the Sun personifies. And the Moon is, of course, our thoughts. Our life is created through our thoughts, and these thoughts lead us to our destiny. So today I want to spend just a few minutes talking about certain practices that you can integrate into your daily life to help you navigate challenging times. And I've tried some of these and they can really make a world of difference. Yeah, so let's get started. I've only outlined 7 practices here, so feel free to comment on what works for you if you've tried some of them, or if you have suggestions of other practices. You can, of course, incorporate as much as possible in your daily routine. It's not always possible to do everything. And also, one thing I want to point out before I speak about these practices, there is a concept in yogic philosophy which is quite simple, and it's known as Yata Shakti. And essentially what this means is according to one's ability. So therefore a balanced life should not be a rigid prescription, but rather should happen in a state of flow. So if it disturbs your flow, drop the practice. It's as simple as that. You may not be ready for it now, or it just doesn't suit you. And along the same lines, don't impose anything you are not ready for on yourself or even on others. Yeah? Okay, so number 1 on the list is waking up early after a restful sleep. The hours between 4:30 and 5:30 a.m. are known as Brahma Muhurat. This is believed to be the best time to take advantage of the theta brainwave patterns. And therefore it's called, and that's one of the reasons it's Brahma Muhurat. It's a good time to tap into the subconscious mind, to self-reflect, or even alter brain chemistry, which you can do through contemplation and meditation. And that's why it's suggested to wake up at this time. It's also easiest to connect with divinity at this time. This is the time when the Vata element dominates the body, which is air and ether. And this is the reason it is best time for spiritual pursuits, as you are at your most receptive then. It's extremely difficult to get up so early in the morning if you're not used to it. I know, I've tried and failed several times. But I would say keep trying, because I think it's worth it. And perhaps you can do it gradually, right? So like maybe you can start at 7 and then go to 6 and see how it goes. But I would say you need to get at least 7 hours of sleep to feel well rested. Otherwise, you're not going to want to wake up that early, right? So number 2 is set aside the time for routines in the morning, whenever you do manage to get up. All right, certain rituals, certain routines. This can be a massage, the feet, the head, or even the body. And this is not only a self-loving practice, but also very grounding. And what you're doing here is like you're actually also utilizing the skin as a channel of consumption to nourish deeper tissues, regulate the nervous system, and of course keep the skin glowing as well. Other rituals could be using a marma mat, walking your dog, having a shower, writing in your journal, doing a mantra japa, any of these rituals. Number 3, some kind of physical exercise, yoga, some kind of breath work, pranayama. A yoga and pranayama practice is very helpful. This can be merely for 20 to 30 minutes. It regulates the organs, it soothes the nervous system, it stimulates the endocrine glands, and it changes the body's electromagnetic field. Basically your energy, your vibration. When you connect with the breath, you get out of your head. And there should be some sort of physical exercise that you can incorporate in your daily life, if possible. Any sort of movement. It could simply be a long walk at some time during the day, or a light jog in the morning. Or if you're into dancing, that's excellent way to kind of just get movement. And then we have the next one, which is eat well and eat healthy. The body is always changing. So rather than having, again, not like a rigid diet, rather than eating to abide by a particular dosh, even like maybe you're very high in pitta, and so therefore you're avoiding spicy foods. Rather than doing that or following some new diet, it's actually best to eat a balanced diet. So this way you don't have to give up any foods, but just consume them in moderation. And it's also best to pay attention to the seasons. So go with local food, that which is in season, and then change your diet according to the seasons. Vegetarian food, of course, is ideal. But the best is food that is fresh, of course, warm, and also well spiced. Like when I say spiced, I mean herbs also, like whatever is in season, again, natural herbs. So this way, the body is connecting with the environment, with nature, and also it's continually repairing and healing itself. If you're into like intermittent fasting, then fine, that's good. But there are other ways to get the same effects. Like you can, for example, stop eating before sunset and don't eat until sunrise. Or every few months you can do like a 3-day, like maybe a 3-day juice fast, or every few weeks you can do like a 24-hour fast. When you're fasting, basically what you're doing is you're essentially disengaging the senses in order to connect on a deeper spiritual level, and of course you're giving the body time to heal itself. So when you fast, you increase the digestive powers, essentially. So, number 5, drink water. Lots of it. If you can drink water in copper or silver, this helps to regulate the body's environment, fight disease, enhance the memory, and protect the life force, prana. And copper also purifies and changes the composition of water to make it lighter. And if you're in the habit of doing that, you'll taste the difference. Number 6, do seva. So take opportunities to help those in need, giving your time or even knowledge selflessly is the best remedy for any challenge in the chart, especially if you're helping those who have suffered more than you. I've actually made a list of potential places you can donate on my website, so you can have a look there. And finally, practice self-sufficiency. See where you can help yourself. Like tasks such as cooking, cleaning are not just assigned to one gender. A person's self-worth depends on how self-sufficient they can be. Because when you become overly dependent on others, you lose confidence in yourself. And then the aging process also speeds up. Yeah. So that's all. Feel free to share your thoughts. I'm going to leave you with a quote. If you look at life as a collection of lots of tiny little stories, then you can change one little ending at a time. Yeah. That's all for now, folks. Cheers.